Welcome Unidata and Universe customer. This video will try to explain one specific BCI or EDA connection error. When you try to use the BCI on Universe or Unidata connect to SQL Server using Microsoft ODBC driver on Linux 8 environment. And the 17 have a multiple version, but this one is for 1.2 client version. It is the same issue with other Microsoft ODBC driver 17. So when you set up all the environment, either way using BCI or EDA, connect to SQL Server like a 2019, 16, 14, and 12, 2012, it might be hit this kind of issue. When you hit this error, it's very difficult to debug it because you look in the error, you cannot open it, but actually the client driver is there. So I like to explain what's going on behind, why you will get this error, and how to solve this issue. Very easy. So that's the environment I have for right now. It's running on the Red Hat or Rocket Linux AX version. And this kind of Linux 8, they come with OpenSSL version is 1.1.c or higher. And on the, for example, like a Rocket Linux 8.4, it will running is OpenSSL 1.1.g. In the 8.5, it became 1.1.k. So it depends which Linux you install it. You will might be get different OpenSSL version. For the Microsoft ODBC driver 17 for SQL Server, they also have multiple versions, but all the same issue. On Universe sites, it's very important for Universe Server version. On the early version, it's fine. You can connect to the SQL Server without any problem. But particular for Universe 11.3 come with the OpenSSL 1.1.b OpenSSL version in the Universe bin folder and running on the Linux 8, you might see the problem. So first, you always want to make sure your setting connection is fine. So you're running iSQL, always working, but you try to BCI connect, then you will get this kind of error. So when you get this error, first you check the driver, and driver is there. So for my demo, I will use in this environment installed on the Linux 8.4 or 8.5 and using Microsoft ODBC driver 17 and test on 11.3 for my testing environment. So how you solve the problem? When you try to set up everything, look is fine. Then you check one particular for a libcry-pto, and you will find particular in the bin directory is called this one. This one in the 11.3.4, you can see the same problem like 11.3.2, 3.3. You also see the similar problem for this libcrypto.so.1 file. It comes from OpenSSL 1.1.b. But on your system, Red Hat is a later version, and then you will see very strange error on the cannot open the library. So solution one, it's very simple. You just need to copy a new libcry-pto.so.1 from user lib system library, copy to UV bin folder. Here just example, you will see this one it can be from the system library, either way 1.1.k or 1.1.g. I just renamed to original. Let's come from Universe 11.3.4. Another solution on Universe side, if when you have a newer Universe version, for example, like a 12.2.1, you will come with 11.1.k OpenSSL, then you don't see this problem. So on Universe 11.3.4 or later version, we have a new security feature to allow user to switch OpenSSL to different version. It can be on the system library or different folder. So by standard, on the top you will see the standard one. You will see I install Universe on the user UV folder. Then everything is come from bin folder. That's by default Universe installation. Then they have option 1 and option 2. Option 1, if you have the new folder come with the different OpenSSL version, then on Universe 11.3.4 allow you to switch to that particular folder. So you can set the environment called use, u2 use SSL path variable to point to a new OpenSSL folder. And after you restart it, then everything will be fine. Another option, if you have, they have 3 files related to OpenSSL. So if you have multiple versions, then you want to use another way to create a file called SSL underscore version underscore path file include 2 different folders. One is the user lib64, another is user bin folder. So after you set it, restart it, you can run smat -o option. You will see when you read the option, you will see libSSL start from they come from lib64, CRYPDO come from lib64, but OpenSSL actually from user bin folder. So next, with some very strange particular environment, they are using the solution 1. They copy the libpdO so.1.1 copy to Universe bin folder. You can connect to SQL Server 20, 16, and 14 to your SQL Server without any problem. But your SQL Server is running a little bit old, like Windows 2012 R2, 2008 R2, or Windows 7, very old platform, then you might get this kind of error called TCP Provider, because there's some kind of system library, not just rely on libcrypdo.so.1. So in this kind of situation, you either way update your SQL Server OS environment, like Windows 10 or latest Windows 2019 or Windows 16 is no problem, and do this simple update the libcrypdo file. Then everything connection will be fine. Another choice is update your Universe environment. For example, like this, I will show you. You can install upgrade to Universe 11.3.4. Then will allow you to switch OpenSSL path. For this case, if you switch like this OpenSSL environment, then everything will working fine. So I will show you one by one to see what is the error come out and how to solve it. So I have 2 machines. That's the first machine. Let's just show you by default it's running. So first you need to check your environment first. So first I like to see what kind of OS environment on this box first. So this one is running Rocky Linux release 8.5. So I also want to see what is the system OpenSSL version on this box. So this one is running our system library. OpenSSL is 1.1.k release. So after this, I like to see Universe version installed on this box. So this version is running 11.3.4 and come with this Universe installation. I like to see a particular the OpenSSL version. So you will see the different. So it's running on 1.1b on the Universe OpenSSL version, but system running is 1.1.k. So this environment will cause the problem. So I will show you how to solve it. So first, after you set up the order environment and everything, also you can check. You might be CD to a bin folder. So just try to list particular OpenSSL library. So here's because I already make some change. This one original is come from 11.3.4, but this one is updated, so I need to move it back so you can see the problem. So I just copy original. So let's get back to the original library, and also you will see this one, the installation I using. So you will see everything libraries come from Universe bin folder. So inside this, you can use a smat space -o option, or you can run from Universe share like a config all command. You can see. So I can show you very quick. So back to the Universe share in UV. So here is inside the UV account, and you can run config all. So on the last, you can see same thing to get the information like a smat space -o. So next, I just like to make sure everything is working right. So I create a script file, so it can run in, for example, like .isql. It's isql command with the DSN name. I already set it up, so I don't need to type in anything. Just make sure. So I know I connect to SQL Server 2019 using isql command. Everything is fine. So next, so after this, so running is fine. Then we can next, after set up the order BCI environment like a UVODB.config, everything is right. Then I start to back to Universe. Then I connect. YouTube. So you see why you got this kind of error. So how can you solve this kind of error? So back to the bin folder. So most simple way, the first solution is just back to you can cd to bin folder, then run the command, copy this one from user lib64. you just copy from lib. So we can check again. So right now, this one actually comes from 1.1.k version. So after I copy this library, so back to universe. So we connect to the SQL Server 2019. So everything is working correctly. So I have multiple versions. I connect to 2016, 2014, no problem. So next, so that's just the first solution. You can copy the live system library from system library user lib60 folder, copy to universe bin folder to solve the issue. Very easy. And or you might be upgrade on in the future universe release already have a newer OpenSSL version to work with the system library. So next, I need to reverse back. So the bin directory. So actually, I have another program to reverse back to the original one. So right now, I back to original 11.3.4 library. So you see this one, the size equal this one. So I know it's reverse back. So next, have on another option on 11.3.4. They can switch to different different folder, include the different OpenSSL version. So on this one, I just assume I put it on the PMP. There's the different folder I call OpenSSL111K. So inside here, you can see this library. I copy from system library. So I just want to switch three link library point to here. So how they work on the universe 11.3.4? They can do this way. So after do this, I can first I can set up the environment. So I want to use SSL path to this folder. So after I set this folder, I need to switch. I need to restart universe. So I can uv minus stop. Maybe I want to use a false. And I restart it. So after you restart it, you want to check where is the OpenSSL version. So for here, I can smat -o. So you will see after I set up the environment, I restart universe, then everything will go to the OpenSSL11.k folder to point to 3 file here. So after I switch the OpenSSL version path, so I can go back to run connect again. So connect 3. So it's successful. So without a particular error. So we know you can switch this way to point the OpenSSL to different folder. So let's just one wait. And actually on the 11.3.4 security feature menu also provided another wait. So another way I need to first reset the environment variable to nothing because I want to use a second wait. So first I reset the environment variable to nothing. So I can check again, make sure I don't want to use this wait. So it's nothing. So another second wait, option 2, is inside the universe home directory. They can set up another call SSL, call SSL underscore version underscore pass. So basically, I already created. I just need to copy back. So inside this file, you can see. So basically, I set up the two folders: /user, /lib64, /user, /bin. So when I using the option 2, the OpenSSL path will be different. So I need to restart the universe again. So after I restart it, then we can check. So you will see first two come from user lib64, but OpenSSL is come from user bin SSL. So I can set this way. So I can also make a connection UV. So I can connect to a SQL Server 2019. So again. So it worked. So that's just for second option. So I like to explain a little bit for TCP/IP error 1. So they have another option is for this. So I set up everything environment for this one. I have another one connect to SQL Server 2012. So when they 2012, they install on the very old Windows 7 machine. So for this, I need to make sure the environment. I go back to set up back to the this environment. I can connect to. I need to go back to set the original environment first. So first, original environment, I need to reset it to original one and copy the library from the system user lib64 folder. This one. So this one it's the already back to original one. So I have to copy this one. Okay, and also I need to reset it back to so I need to remove the setting. So after remove the setting, I need to restart the universe. Restart it. So I can check. So you see it's back to the universe bin folder. So in this one, I can make a connection. So connect to SQL Server 2019. It's working, no problem. But this time, I just try to connect to a little bit old. So you see very strange error for TCP IP error. What is going on? Because this one is on the solution 1. So I have another machine. It's the same thing. It's completely same thing for the same release 11.3.4. But I already switched the OpenSSL library to system library, not using the user bin folder. So in this one, you will see the difference. It's all the same setting. So for this one, you will see connect to SQL 2012 on the Windows 7 without any problem. So I hope hopefully you can enjoy this simple YouTube video to explain the error, and you can make your BCI connection connect to your SQL Server.